everyone, Scotty Collier, West Ham Fan TV, and welcome to the Predicted 11 show. Back for the season by Ladbrokes, who are giving you the opportunity to boost the odds in your selections. Click the link in the description below to find out more details. Thank you very much for joining me on this show. It's the show where I try and predict our starting 11 for the Wigan FA Cup 4th round tie. Tricky one, a lot of injuries. Obviously players Arnie, Carroll, Lanzini, all out injured. Fernandez still long-term absentee. Antonio, Sacco and Font are all back in training. You know, it's good to have them guys coming back, but it is worrying the fact that Arnie and Lanzini are out. You know, there are a few other niggling injuries. I think Oxford's also a doubt for this one. So, you know, it's quite worrying when we look at it from that point of view, travelling up to Wigan. It's going to be a tough game, you know. As I said in the preview, they're on a great run of form. I'm beating in, I think I said I was, I'm beating in 14. They've only conceded 13 goals in a league all season. So it's going to be very, very tough. So straight in with what I think the starting 11 may be. I do expect, as I said, quite a few changes because of the injuries. Joe Hart to carry on in goal. Seems to be the cup keeper now. Adrian sort of took over in the league. A back three of Burke, Ogbonna and Rice. Byram on the right, sorry. Masuaku on the left. I can see a midfield three of Josh Cullen, Obiang and Haksabanovic. Another young player, deserves a go. You know, I think with Tuesday night in mind, I think Noble will probably sit out of this one. He'll probably be on the bench as he was for the Shrewsbury game. Up top, Martinez and Hernandez. Possibility that Ayew could possibly start in this game as well, you know, especially if West Ham are trying to push him out the door. Again, the same with Sacco. If they're trying to push him out the door a bit, we may see Sacco in this game to show that he is fit and is available. So it'll be interesting to see what Moyes does on this one. I know he's come out in his press conference and said he'd love to give the fans a cup final. In my opinion, that annoys me because we had the opportunity in the quarter-final of the League Cup to at least go there and have a go at Arsenal. Two-legged semi-final against Chelsea, winnable games, then you're in the final. So, you know, for him to come out and say that, yeah, you know, that's my opinion. As I said, I do think this will be a tough game. I can see this one going either way. So I'm going to go for a 2-1 win to Wigan. You know, I just think that they may be a bit too much. Their tails are up. They're going to smell in blood. We've got a tough game in the league on Tuesday. I just got a feeling that they're going to nick this one. If you fancy a bet on Wigan a win, Ladbrokes will give you a 12-2 for 2-1. If you boost the odds, they'll give you 19-2. If you fancy it the other way around, a West Ham win 2-1, you'll get 10-1 for West Ham and 12-1 if you boost the odds on that. So well worth a punt either way, depending how you feel for this game. In the big match preview, I did ask you guys to comment on the video, you know, and give me your views on whether you thought we should take the cup competition seriously. You know, I wanted to see if it was like a generation gap thing, whether it's sort of like the older generation or my generation are more into the FA Cup and the younger generation thinks staying in the Premier League is the be-all and end-all. A few interesting comments, divided opinion, you know, as it does, it divides everyone. You know, everyone wants to see us win trophies, but look, I understand the importance of staying in the Premier League as well, but, you know, I just don't think we should sacrifice cup competitions to stay in the Premier League. You know, as I said in the preview, it's the cups that you remember, not where you finish in the Premier League. Right, so let's get straight in with some of your opinions. What we got here, Hammer, WHUFC. Even if you do take it seriously, there's no guarantees of beat Palace on Tuesday. Rather win a cup and have nothing to play for in the league, but I think it will take it seriously and still get beat 2-1. As for the team, he's saying Hart, Byron, Burke, Collins, Oxford, Masuaku, Cullen, Rice, Obiang, Haksabanovic and Chicharito. What else we've got? Okay, Cross Stammers. Cup should mean everything. It's a joke our prestigious trophy is overlooked. I'm lucky enough to have been alive with two amateur teams winning the FA Cup. And if you look at eBay, etc., the memorabilia from those victories are still cherished and bought and manufactured. Does that not say it all? It's a good point from Cross Stammers there. Greg Brown, I'm 47. Not surprisingly, I'm all about the FA Cup. Every shot in every kick about when I was a kid, was accompanied by the daydream of being either in the FA Cup final or maybe one day in the league and in the World Cup final. That stuff matters. One of the strongest memories as a 10-year-old, sitting in my nan's front room in Leytonstone, hearing the words "see you next Tuesday" for the first time via my uncle, who never saw. That was his reaction to Willie Young chopping down Paul Allen in the cup final on the telly. But I also remember a bit later on, everyone was happy and singing bubbles, including my great nan, who was in her late 80s at the time. Happy days. Maybe it's nostalgic and romantic, but I want that feeling back. There's nothing like an FA Cup. If we did go all the way, the younger fans or the anti-cup fans would understand why it's so important to our culture and our heritage. After all, the only trophies we've ever won have been cups. We ain't going to win the Premier League anytime soon, so why not go for the FA Cup? You know, that's my great memories that he's got there, but that's my opinion on the situation. You know, I do think it's what we all played for. You know, it's what you play to win things, and the FA Cup and the League Cup are two trophies that we can go out and get. A4 says this season we should win every game, but Tuesday versus Palace is a cup final for us with the injuries, so long the cup off. Next season onwards, top half finish. Cup quarter final should be a minimum expectation, with finances have to be available. You know, again, I see the point now. Managers will take the FA Cup more seriously once they are safe in the Premier League. Sky to blame for putting too much money in the Premier League. Totally agree. That's Keith Palmer. I hope I pronounced your name correctly. Old School Paul 89. Another chance to see some young ones run about on Saturday, and I don't mean the old TV show characters. I love the FA Cup, but the last two times we've been to the final we have lost, and that was with a healthy team. We're focused on the Premier League at the moment. There's always next season for the FA Cup run. And when you're strong enough and are better to contend, we have a fragile team right now, and we'll be more gutted about getting relegated, overthinking and winning the FA Cup. Again, see the point. Simon Pope, I'm 40 next month, which means the last two times we won anything, 2000. I was 2 the last time we won anything. Sorry, 2006 still haunts me. But what a day that I can still remember now, even though we got beat by Gerrard. We must take serious. Nobody remembers finishing 10th, 14 or wherever, but surely we would never forget winning a trophy. Totally agree with that point. Terry Andrews, you're right, Scott. We all remember a cup run. Winning in 1980 at 15 was the best day of my life, being a West Ham fan. 2006, we got really close, but it's something I won't forget. Winning the semi-final was an amazing day. I'm sorry, the league, I hardly remember it all. Obviously in 86, with the exception when we finished 3rd. If we won the cup at Wembley, you'll never forget it. Again, you know, it's great point. It seems to be a lot of people coming out for taking the cup seriously. My show be his name. I think people who aren't local and can't attend games are more worried about relegation than the people who go and watch live. It's not West Ham going down that worries me, more that it becomes a lot harder to watch the games and stay in touch with the team. Having said that, I want us to feel the strongest 11 in this one, because Wigan stacked the boot in over the Tevitt saga. Great point. UKWHUFC says team for Saturday should be Hart, Johnson, Burke, Rice, Collins, Masuaku, Cullen, Kyoto, Bankovic, Hernandez and Martinez. Nerd Benji, we have to take the cup seriously. There's no guarantees that we'll beat Palace. We should take it serious. I can't understand us starting out, but we can't just be putting our second choice team out. I do think we can win this. I think Wigan will try and attack and will leave themselves open at the back, thinking it's going to be a 2-0 win. Hernandez brace. What else we've got? Trevor Beaumont, Premier League status is everything, but the cups are there for competing for. There's no reason why we can't finish 8th, 9th, 10th this season, have a good cup run if Moyes feels his strongest team available in each match. Recent injury stats mean nothing. So why are you worried? Well, you know, just always am. What else we got? Let's have a look. We'll have one more. Revelation John, love the cup. Had 2 cup wins when I was born in May, so the cup is always special to me for me and the family. The cup versus the league are totally 2 separate issues. We should never sacrifice the cup for the league. It means so much to be. It means so much to be disrespected like that. Winning cups and even having a great cup run is more important than any league position. So, you know, split opinion now. Thank you very much for everyone who took the time to comment. Sorry if I didn't read your comments out. we'd be here all day with a lot if I tried to read them all out. So, you know, I'm sure you don't want to stare at me for too much longer. As I said, thank you very much for joining. We will be up at Wigan doing a fan cam straight after. So if you come out the game, come find us. Air your views on everything West Ham, about the game, about how you feel about the FA Cup as well. You know, let us know what you're thinking on that one. Post-match pint will be done. I think Ryan, Dan and Graham are going to be doing that one straight after the game. So watch out for that. I'll be back probably Sunday/Monday with my preview for the Crystal Palace game. One thing left to say, come on you irons.